Hi everybody and welcome back. Today we are starting a whole new project. You can see behind me here is a pile of stuff. So I'm going to introduce you to the rest of the crew and we'll tell you what we've been doing. Okay guys, so here we have Tessa and Francois. Tessa is one of Dreamweaver's crew. She's been out here from the beginning. And Francois is a veteran of many eco projects and amazing things like the Planty Bio Battery team. So I'm just going to let Francois tell you where he's been working, what he's been up to.
Hi everybody. So yeah, I've been working in like several eco projects and NGOs everywhere in the world, in Ecuador, Portugal and Spain. And yeah, what we're gonna build is like a keyhole. It's like one station in permaculture. And that's why I came here. Merde.
Hi. Well, today I'm playing the rock monkey to get all the rocks in the circle. I'm not good on camera.
Okay, so this is a keyhole composting garden. It looks like a pile of rocks now because that's what it is. So what we have in the middle, we have a little trench around here where we're going to build a dry stone wall, and there's an access way into our circle from here. So then this gets filled up with various materials that are behind me, and in the middle we have a compost heap. So you keep feeding your compost in there and your worms, and every day or so you add a few litres of water, Francois? Yeah, a couple of litres of water. Every day. And that pushes nutrients out of the compost and out into the ground. And we're going to build up 2 or 3 feet of really good quality soil here for growing on. And then round the edges, once we've finished, in the corners, we're going to plant tomatoes and cucumbers and other climbing plants and build a frame over this to give us some shade. So what have we got going in the hole? Okay, in the bottom of the hole, you need to put a load of wood. Over here, wood is in short supply. We've been up in the mountains today and managed to collect this much, which is pitiful, quite frankly. We're going to rob some out of the hedge line here and repair the hedge line with the thorny bushy stuff. We'll get that sorted out. That gets packed in with soil. So over here, we have a stone sieving screen, so we can get some soil without stones in it. This soil is actually silt. It's great at retaining water, but it's got terrible water penetration, and it's really, really sticky, cloggy stuff that everything's going to start rotting in if we don't do something with it. So wood in the bottom, and then some soil, and then we've got the trimmings from our bamboo. We've got straw. There's a couple of bales of straw. We've collected some sacks of leaves, and the other day we got a huge pile of manure. So these go in various layers and get sort of mixed together. We'll show you this as we build it over the next day or two. So we've been collecting bamboo with Uncle Ali today, and one of our friendly little donkeys hauling half our bamboo and Uncle Ali, but seems to be working. What do you reckon?
Pretty nice.
Each day you have to do just one task. It takes all day. There's tea involved, there's lovely bread, Uncle Ali's own homemade honeys and olive oil, and yeah, life is good, huh? Ooh, okay. 4-wheel drive donkey. Max! This is Max, everybody. Hey. Yes! He's a good boy. Okay, things are starting to come together here on our Permaculture Key. We've got dry stone wall going in. This section of wall needs a bit more attention, but it'll get there. So I'm going to leave the guys working on this today. Next we're going to pop down and shoot some more video on some other topics, and then we'll come back to this later on. The little luck time I come back, all the wood over there will be laid out in the bottom of the hole, and the guys will have sieved some soil and started that bit in, and we'll finish this off in the next couple of days. Yeah, a few days later it's starting to come together. So now you can really see what we're doing here. Okay, so in the bottom, got a load of wood. You have to get on your wood, stamp about on it, break it all up into the bottom. Then after the wood, we've used the bamboo trimmings. There's a layer of bamboo trimmings, and then you get in there with the soil. You don't have to completely fill it, but you want to take up some of the space in underneath, leaving some air in there. Okay, then come on top of that, a layer of raw manure. Right, this is reasonably well rotted manure. And then on top of that, we put some manure with a little soil. On top of there, we've got a pile of leaves. These are birch leaves. On top of the birch leaves, we've got some straw. On top of that, we've got a 50-50 mix of manure and soil. I think we're going to need to go a little bit deeper on here. We've got about 2 or 3 inches of that. Then we've got a couple of inches of just soil. And then on the top, a layer of straw to stop all the water escaping out of it. The other thing that we've done is to combat the acidity of the manure, is to put some water with wood ash in it, or straight wood ash, into your mix all the way around. Then in the centre, we have our composting tower. So going into there is going to be loads of straw and all our food waste. And then you throw your water in to push the nutrients out into the rest of it. Now, we don't have quite as deep a bed as we would like, because there just isn't that much material around here. So we're going to fill it up as best we can, do around the planting and growing in it. This is going to be really short-rooted plants like lettuces and maybe onions will go in there, get some spinach in there, that kind of thing. And then each time you take your crop off, you can take the compost out of the middle and throw it on the outside edge with some more manure, with some more straw, and just keep building up layers and building up layers. As we do that, I will periodically work on this wall and lift the wall height until we come up to like a ½ meter. But we have to grow our ground here. The other thing we've done with the soil is to sieve it. You saw our sieve earlier. So we are now going to carry on and sieve another ton of soil. We could do at least a cubic meter, if not more. Finish our layers. And then we'll leave this for 3 weeks or 4 weeks while we're all away. And when we come back, it should be ready for planting. We're here on our last day with the Permaculture Keyhole. It's all done, it's all finished. All we've got to do now is add the compost to it. So we'll give you one last quick look around and look at the layers inside, and then we're going to fill it with some very nasty, icky, stinky compost that we've had lying around for way too long. Yeah. You don't want to do that. Here we go then, it's all finished. Last layer of straws on the top. Yesterday Francois soldiered on his own because we had meetings to put a layer of soil on the top. So we are done. And then you can see in here all these fantastic layers that we've managed to build up. Okay, time to fill it with compost, a little bit of manure, maybe a little bit of soil to cap it off because it's quite icky, and then we are done. And there we go. Oh my God, that was disgusting. Note to self, don't leave bags of stuff decomposing while you're making a compost pit. It's horrible. But there it is, it's all in there, nicely buried away. Thanks, Francois. You're an absolute legend. Without him, we wouldn't have done any of this. Brilliant. Yeah, like it.